Good morning. Happy Sunday morning. This is the My Camping Adventures channel, and I am live from the woods on my property. It's a beautiful day out. The sun is shining, and I'm here to go live on this Sunday and talk about the outdoors, the woods, the seasons, food, clothing, shelter, all of that. I caught a video last night that really amazed me on YouTube. She deserves 1 million views. I believe it was a channel that I accidentally stumbled on called Mary Outdoors. I don't know where she's from, but she built this rustic shelter in the woods. It was probably over several days or weeks because it was snowing, but it was all one comprehensive video. There was no talking. But what she did was the true essence of bushcraft and the true aspiration of most who want to survive in the outdoors. Well, of course, she had, her food in her pack and stuff, so she probably was coming to that wooded area from her house or where she wasn't like surviving or living in the outdoors. But I'll tell you what, if I had the time and the energy and the tools and the know-how to build a shelter like that out of nothing, out of just what was in the woods, and I could retire, I don't think anybody would see me very often. So kudos. I think it's Mary Outdoors, so shout out to her. Anyway, this is the My Camping Adventures channel. Beautiful day. You can see the sun shining, the blue sky. Leaves are falling from the trees. And I just wanted to come out here, to be honest with you, get some fresh air, and maybe hang out with a few cool people from around the world. There's enough craziness and everything else that's going on. We have all things in common. We want to take care of our family. We want to be able to benefit society, to come home and enjoy what we have food in our stomachs, clothes on our backs, and in general, just be able to enjoy the outdoors. So I'm here to encourage people to go find their own camping adventures, to go outdoors, to enjoy themselves. Hey, the Dodge Outdoors 14. If you can subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Welcome. Hey, Fortnite. Hello. How you guys doing? Hey, I want to talk to you guys about just being in general prepared and being more aware. Look at the beauty out here. We all go about our lives and we don't notice the blue sky anymore, or the sky with the weird trails going through it, but I digress. The leaves falling. Just take a breath of fresh air. Hey, Caitlin, hi. Megan Clark, hey. Love the name Megan. If you could subscribe. Heather. All right, Heather. Shout out to Heather Blocker. Shout out to Fortnite. Hey, it's just so beautiful out, okay? And, we got to enjoy it while we can. This world puts so much stress on everybody. And I've noticed that, as I get older, it seems like more stress is piling on instead of less. And it's frustrating because as the older you get, you realize you have less time and you want to enjoy things more. You want to enjoy just this. Just sitting outside with you guys in this chat is a happy time. Look at the blue sky and the clouds. Hear the birds. I mean, geez. After we work and we put clothes on our back, isn't this what it's all about? Oh, really? It's really raining where you are, Caitlin? Sorry. Yeah, Caitlin. Where are you guys? My favorite part of camping, that is a good question. My favorite part of camping is after you get there, after you set up your tent or your hammock tent or your shelter, and it's all set, then all that's left for you is to enjoy. You're sitting by this beautiful stream. You're watching ducks go down it. Maybe there's a I can't even say that. A squirrel scurrying around. I've crawled out of my tent in the morning to some beautiful, crisp morning air, sunshine, dew on the ground. Okay, and I'm gonna say this: the woods is your bathroom. Okay, I'm taking my morning, you know, letting fluids come out. Let's put it that way. And an eagle flew over my freaking head. Okay, that is a majestic experience. An eagle's flying and checking you out where you get out of your tent first thing in the morning. I've been brushing my teeth at night by the campfire before I've gone to bed. And I've had like a raccoon stand across the creek from me and just chitter at me. I've seen beautiful stars in the sky. I guess my favorite part of camping is just the experiences you have out there that you don't get in this rat race we're all in. You get up, take a shower, you go to work, you do your job, you come home, you take out the garbage, you eat dinner, you turn on Netflix, you talk to your wife and your child if you have one for 5 minutes. You go on and on. Camping, you're free. You're free. Once you set up, if you have that knowledge. Did you hear that bird? I mean, come on. Did you get that bird on Netflix? You fed squirrels ice cream cone. That was cute. Oh, hey, shout out to England. Hey, I got something funny for you. The raccoons are coming, and they're getting my bird feeder. You could probably check out some of the raccoon shorts that I have posted. But here's the funny thing. I got bored one night. I took an aluminum tin, and I put a cherry Coke in it that had just expired. And I wanted to see what happened. And the male raccoon came out and sniffed it, came back with probably the wife raccoon. She looked at it. Literally, I have this all on camera. And they came back with the 3 babies, and they all drank the cherry Coke. It was like them going out for ice cream or something. It was hilarious. And then one time, okay, I put a Bud Light out. I put a beer out in a tin. And I watched, and just the dad raccoon drank it. So they're pretty smart creatures. Yeah, the Dodge Outdoors. I usually don't get up for the rising sun. I usually wake up about 7:30, and by the time I crawl out of my cot in my tent or wherever I am, it's usually about 8 a.m. But I love the setting sun. Where I go, you can go up to the top of a hill by power lines, and there's a clear view of the sunset, and it's beautiful, and it's majestic, and it's red, and it just sinks below there. And I always imagine looking down the rows of power lines, if that's where I'm going to see Bigfoot, it's right there. And there's a clearing up there where you can see all the stars in the sky. And I don't know if it's the same time zone for you guys, but about 10:15 to 11:15 here is where all the weirdness happens in the sky, usually by the Big Dipper. I've seen satellites, but where I am, I don't know, it must be like a flyover for the Air Force or something. I've seen some pretty interesting military planes. I've seen fighter jets. I've seen 1 or 2 things I can't explain. I've seen Starlink, but I've also heard weird chittering in the woods. And they say it sounds like children chittering. I was actually up there a couple years ago with a subscriber to this channel and my kid. And he claims to have heard child's laughter in the woods. In addition, we had a FLIR and we had night vision. So there was something in the woods up there. Not sure what. So That's what I like most about camping. Hence, my camping adventures. Okay? I want you guys, I have some homework for you. Check out my video, Creepy Hike to Hector Falls and Return to Hector Falls. Out of all my videos, those are two of the videos that, I mean, literally, there's some weird stuff going on there. Have a nickname? Ha! Yeah, that's funny. Anyway, oh, the Dodge Outdoors. So do I. And, you know, I was talking with the people at Public Lands when I did that review last week, and their mission is to get more people to go outdoors. They're struggling right now. So if you're in Cranberry and you like camping, go to Public Lands. Go to your real camping store and support them. Support the people that work there. Don't buy crap at Walmart. Don't buy crap at Target. You're going to be miserable in the woods when that water-resistant tent, well, is only water-resistant. When that big, huge sleeping bag gets damp from your sweat and doesn't keep you warm anymore, and you'll never go camping again. You don't have to pay $1 million for gear, but get the right gear for your needs. And then go outdoors and have your adventures and do it the right way. Watch channels like mine, okay? I've been soaking my clothes in permethrin now. I've been spraying myself. I'm trying, you know, thought the bears and thought the wolves would be the problem here, or you know, deliverance. But no, it's actually the stupid little deer tick. So, you know, be prepared, do some homework, go out and have fun. Anyway, I digress. It's beautiful today. It is truly a beautiful day out, and I'm so happy to be here with all of you, and especially my guests from England. Yeah, and you know what? I have 260 feet of stream front next to a forest, and I can't build there because it's a floodplain, but I got tenting there. And oftentimes I'm alone. That's sad to say. As my friends get older and they get busier, it's like no one wants to go anymore. Or then there's the people that have the camps, but they just sit in there and watch table TV. And it's really weird because I went down there Labor Day weekend. We used to call Labor Day, Memorial Day amateur hour. Hey, Dylan Ellis, good morning to you. Hey, Hive Mind 3006, hi from Scotland. I love Scotland. Your famous Scottish Star Trek engineer, Scotty. All right. I'm giving her all she's got, Captain. I'm giving her all she's got. You give her any more, she's going to break. I love Scotty. Anyway, that was my Scottish accent. Shout out to Scotland from my camping adventures. There's probably so many cool places in Scotland to go camping or to go outdoors. I'd love to go to Scotland. I'd love to go to England. I'd love to go to Iceland. I'd love to go to New Zealand. I'd love to go to Australia. Okay. And I take a donation to my channel from Elon Musk to make any of that happen. Elon, if you're listening, I have a PayPal link set up. You know, if you don't know what to do with some of that money, send me on a bunch of camping adventures and I'll make some good videos and I'll shout you out. Anyway, all right, have mine. Great. I love Scotland. I could go for some double malt right now. Some double malt scotch. Yeah. I'm a bourbon guy. You got to come over here to America, Hive Mind, and we'll go to Lexington, Kentucky and do the bourbon trail together. Yeah, I did that once. That was cool. Thank you. Thank you, Dylan. You reach out to your buddy Elon. Let him know to, you know, $1 million and, you know, this channel would really take off. You know, I would go to all those places. I'd come to Scotland and do an adventure with you if they'd let me in. But, yeah. Anyway, it's a beautiful day out. Interestingly, I don't know, look at the leaves. They're turning. I don't know if all around the world, if you have the seasons in the fall and the spring and the summer and the winter. We're going to get dumped on with about 4 feet of snow this winter, supposedly. Right now, it's just nice and fall, and I'm enjoying it. Hey. I can't read very well on the Christian. Shout out to you if you haven't subscribed. How you doing today? check this out. They only had one of these, okay? It's my new favorite little toy. It's my cap light. I always wanted one. It's made by, I think, Nebo. Basically, it's got the little red and green lights here so you can read your map. You got your night vision, got 3 different white light settings, and also blinking strobe mode, and rechargeable. And it's also got the strap if you want to use it as a headlamp. It's only $24.99. That's what I'm talking about, affordable camping gear that still works. You can spend $100 on a freaking headlamp, okay? Does it meet your needs? Probably. Does this $25 one meet my needs? Absolutely. But they only had one. West Coast, the best coast. Hey, I was down in, where is it by where Pebble Beach is? I sat on the beach. Is it Santa? I'm trying to remember where that is. But I sat right on the beach by where Pebble Beach is. And I hiked up to the edge of the golf course and looked at hole number 6. I've been down to San Diego and Old Town. I've been to San Jose. I've been to San Francisco, to Morgan Hills. I guess they have, out there they have like bees, tarantulas. I don't know if it's wolves or mountain lions, yeah. Out here you got to deal with black bears and coyotes, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, ticks, you know, the usual. Anyway, yeah, I love having people from like Scotland and England come in the chat. Had people from Brazil, had people from Pakistan. That's what my camping adventures is. We all wanna do the same thing wherever we're from, what language we speak. We generally want the same things, and everybody sets us all apart. Are there differences? Yeah. Are there beliefs we held that are different? Yeah. But guess what? There's a lot we have in common. And if we'd all realize that, well, maybe this world would be a better place, and maybe that's why they don't want us to realize that. But anyway, we can go outdoors. We can have our camping adventures. We can share. We can be kind to our fellow man. Familiar, Axel. Not 100% remembrance, I have to be honest. I'm sitting here picking leaves off the tree, having the sun burn down upon me. Another nice fall leaf. Actually, those look pretty bad from that tree. They're starting to really fade now. I think we're past the end of the good time of fall. But yeah, no, this is the My Camping Adventures channel on a Sunday. Just hanging out with you guys. And I want to give you guys some recommendations. Okay, depending on where you are and what access you have to outdoor gear, figure out what your needs are. Synthetic sleeping bags and down sleeping bags. Down sleeping bags are usually lighter, more compressible, more expensive, and harder to care for. But if you treat them right, they'll last you longer than synthetic, and they'll keep you warmer in colder environments, usually. However, down has a problem. If you wet it out, you're going to be cold. The other type of sleeping bags are synthetic. There's Primaloft and a bunch of other insulations. They're generally heavier, less compressible, a little bit less expensive. They tend to wear out quicker for the most part, but generally if you get them wet, you're still going to have some insulation. I use a bag called from Wiggy's, a 20-degree bag. Wiggy's is in Colorado. He's kind of bucking the trend, eccentric U.S. sleeping bag manufacturer. He's made bags for the military, and basically he came up with something called Lamilite. Lamilite is basically an unbonded insulation that's synthetic. I think like Primaloft, but a big sheet, and it floats in the sleeping bag, and he coats it with silicone so it's hydrophobic, and then he uses good materials, good YKK zippers, And, you know, for about 150 bucks, you can get a good 20-degree bag that'll last you probably your entire life. And here's the thing with these, okay? If you sweat, it goes to the outside of the bag. It wicks. You stay dry and warm. It's like alpaca socks. All right. Dark Side Gaming. Hi. Please subscribe. Okay, so I got a Wiggy sleeping bag. I'm getting older. I don't like the ground anymore. Slept on the ground enough in my life. I got a cot. I got an REI Adventure cot. Has adjustable head so you can raise it up, raise it down. Keeps you off the ground. It's more comfortable than my bed, really. But when it gets really colder out, I still put a closed cell foam Thermarest mattress pad underneath me because you lose most of your body heat from it being sucked into the ground and cold air coming from the ground up to you. So that's another tweak I do. If it's really cold, I get a nice wool blanket. I think it's Woolly Mammoth. They actually don't make you itch and they don't have the bad junk in them. They're on Amazon. I got mine for about 50 bucks back in the day. And I put that over my sleeping bag. So you can make a nice little cocoon. You could take a nice 20-degree synthetic bag, be in a cot, put a closed cell foam mattress pad underneath it, a wool blanket on top, and you're great. The biggest thing to sleep in outdoors in comfort in the colder weather is the right socks and a hat. Okay, I wear a synthetic beanie hat or an alpaca beanie hat when I go to sleep at night, even though there's like a head cover for the bag usually. And then I wear alpaca socks. Alpaca socks are miracles. They wick to keep you dry. If it's hot, if it's cold, your feet are still comfortable. That's the number one thing you got to take care of in the outdoors is your feet. So that's my strategy there. Got a nice little rechargeable Gold Zero light for my tent. Got a chair I can put inside of it. Got a little table. You know, you're all set. Get the right boots. Got a Jetboil camp stove. Oh, by the way, Jetboil, your piezoelectric igniters never work. They never keep working. You can clean them. You can do whatever you want to them. Just pack a Bic lighter with it and you're fine. Boils your water really nice. Has an integrated cup. Make your coffee. Make water for your oatmeal. You're fine. So, I mean, get the right gear. Get the right gear for you. You know, get a nice backpack. You don't have to spend $1 million on Mystery Ranch is great. Teton Sports makes a hell of a pack, and it's probably half price, and they're from Colorado. For a tent, yeah, I don't know of any better value in a tent right now than the Teton Sports Mountain Ultra 4. Check out their website. And Grayel, get one of their waterpress purifier bottles. Make sure you take care of it, know how to use it. You don't really want to use it in the cold and have it freeze. They say it could freeze 3 times, but I wouldn't trust that. You know, you don't mess around with water. You can even get a Kelly kettle and boil all the water you want in the winter and look into those. So there's a lot of gear out there, but they're making it harder to find. And pick the right gear and you'll go out and you'll have your own camping adventures. Axel J. Sandoval, in a bro sort of way, not punching you. What's a fist bump? If that's okay from where you're from, or this, or I appreciate that. You know what? And I think the reason that I'm what you just said is because I'm honest. I'm just out here, just a regular guy like you guys, or regular guy like your regular girls, and just want to go outside and have some fun, have some people to enjoy life with. And the sad part is the most of the people that I would really enjoy being with, well, you're right here. You're not anywhere around me in my physical environment. You know, most of the people I know want to watch Netflix and sit inside, and, you know, going for a walk if it's not to the mall is a strain. I don't hunt either. I fish. Okay, I just never got into hunting. I have nothing against hunting. And believe me, I think all the time when I go in the woods, they say, your survival priorities are food. Well, no. First of all, your survival priority is shelter, because you can get hypothermic in 3 hours. Then it's fire, okay, to stay warm. Then it's water, because you need fire to boil water and have safe water to drink. And then it's food. But I'm telling you, I generally got shelter down. I generally got fire down. I generally got water down. I'm constantly in the woods going, okay, if I really was stuck out here, had to survive out here, where's the food? That is the biggest challenge to me in a survival situation, because the other ones, you can bring a shelter with you, or you can build a shelter. If you know what you're doing, or you have enough tools on you, you can start a fire. There's always going to be water around, and if you got fire, you can figure out a way to boil that water and make it safe to drink. But you can't manufacture food. Yeah, and I would eat it. It's a pain in the ass making traps, though. You got to make a lot of them, and you're 100% right. When I go camping, I take a air rifle with me. Never had to use it, but I figure if I'm ever stranded out there, I'm going to get a rabbit at 25 yards or a grouse or something with that versus throwing a stick at it. But you're right. Yep, traps and everything, but it's just a lot more work than you think to get food out there. It's like when you go fishing, and the first thing you do is when you go and you think there's fish all over the place. No, you really got to look where they are. You really got to figure out where they are. You really got to throw the right bait. You really got to be there at the right time, and maybe you'll get a fish. Yep. And you can't just eat rabbit, because there's something called rabbit starvation. Rabbits are such lean meat that if you just eat a diet of rabbit, which may be the easiest thing to catch, you're not getting enough fat and enough other nutrients, and you actually starve and get hungrier, and you eat more rabbit, and then you perish. So go find a beaver tail to suck on, and you'll probably be all right. No, I don't hunt when I go camping. If I hunt, it's usually with a FLIR or night vision looking for Sasquatch. The deer seem to find me. I don't even have to go look for them, except on hunting season. I swear the last time I was in the woods, I saw 30 deer. But, yeah, you know what? Well, you either have the constitution of cast iron, or you've already had Giardia and Cryptosporum, or where you are and where you live is really clean. The thing there is, if there's a raccoon or a possum pooping upstream from you and you're drinking that crystal clear water, you're still possibly going to get sick. So what I would look for is runoffs from the mountain, where it's coming over rocks or moss or something like that. If you have to drink unpurified water, and this is not telling you to do it at your own discretion, and that might be a little safer. But yeah, I mean, let's talk some more. Maybe I'll come back on later. It's a beautiful day. I'm going to sign off now because it takes a long time to upload these live streams. This is the My Camping Adventures channel. Please like, click, share, subscribe, come back, join the chat, be cordial. Well, your last name is Reagan. Yep, you must. But hey, good for you. All right, take care.